This will be for the Khan Academy exercise, continuity over an interval. All right, so just remember, brief definition for continuous. That just means you can draw or trace the graph without lifting your pencil. All right, and these intervals here, these are the x values. Okay, so if it says -2, 1, that means x is bounded by -2 and 1. Okay, and since it has the square bracket, it is also equal to -2 and 1. So the function must be defined at the endpoints as well. It must be defined at -2 and +1. All right, so here we have the graph of the function h, and we're just going to test each interval. All right, so choose all answers that apply. First one runs from 3 to 7. So let's see, go to your x-axis. X-axis, here's 3. Here's 7. Can we trace the graph in this section? Let's see, if we start at 3, so far so good. But then when we get to 7, we see there's a hole in the graph. All right, right there, the function is undefined. So that is no good. All right, so that is not continuous at 0.7, x equals 7. So A is no good because 7 didn't work. Let's try B. We're going from -2 to +1. All right, so go to your x-axis. Here's -2, +1. Can we trace the graph in this section? Well, here's -2. The point exists, and we keep going, and here is +1. So yes, we were able to trace without lifting the pencil. So that is continuous in this section right here. All right, so -2 to +1 worked. All right, so here we are looking on the interval from 0 to 5. These, again, are the x coordinates. So let's check the graph between 0 and 5. All right, so graph A, go to your x-axis, and we're going to run from 0 to 5. And just trace the graph. All right, tracing here. Right here, this point is undefined. I mean, it's defined here, but we cannot draw through this point without lifting our pencil. Okay, so A is no good because it's undefined right there. And again, we're going from 0 to 5, all right? So if we check from x equals 0 to 5, trace the graph, all right? Here's x equals 0, and if we trace the graph, again, we reach an undefined point right there. Okay, so we cannot draw through that without lifting the pencil. So graph B is no good either. So that is going to be none of the above. All right, one more. On which intervals is f continuous? Let's go from +2 to 7. All right, so let's see here. X-axis, here's +2, +7. So we're going to start here at +2 and travel along. There are no breaks in the graph, okay? Even though it changes direction, there are no breaks in the graph between 2 and 7. So answer A is good. We were able to trace between 2 and 7. Choose all answers, so make sure you check the other one. Okay, -4 to 0 is for part B. So x-axis, we're going to go, let me see here. X-axis, we're going to go -4 to 0. At x equals -4, we start here and trace the graph to 0. Right there, no problem. We can trace it without lifting the pencil. So that one is also good. A and B both worked.